Hey everybody, it's Mr. Dipper. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am presenting you with a driver's training series for VibeRide. On April 1st, VibeRides will be launched live to the public for picking up passengers. And because of that, we have created this driver training series. Now, this series will cover everything that you could possibly need to know, from driver safety, passenger safety, compensation, etc. So make sure you watch all the videos in the entire series and educate yourself on the whole process. Download the app, of course, get yourself registered, and we will see you on the road.
Welcome to the driver training. Do you want to click the next slide for me, Mark? As we all know, the whole rideshare industry, for everybody in this call, this is going to be an industry that's going to grow incredibly fast. It's a segment of the travel industry. It's already grown fast. It's going to continue to grow fast. We know we've got a little bit of a slowdown right now, but long term, we're all aware that this segment of the industry is going to grow at an exponential pace in the years to come. So like I said, we have a little bit of a speed bump here that we're going to get over, but this is still continue to be an absolutely great opportunity. So let's go on to the next slide. So right now I'm going to bring Angela on the phone, on the call here. And Angela's going to walk everybody through the app step by step. Again, what she's going to be showing you are the actual screens that you're going to see. These are the actual screens that she's going to see, and she's going to walk you through exactly what it looks like and what's required on every step. So Angela, are you there? I know she's there, so give me a second and we'll get her here.
Here I am. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Vibe Nation. So happy to have you on this call. So excited to be on this call. And first of all, I want to say, hope you and your family are doing well and are safe out there. Very important. You're important to us. Excuse me. Maybe trying to clear my throat here. Get ready. But safety and wellness for you. I hope everything's all good in your world. So, and then good afternoon for those who are in different areas of the state. So I'm going to go through the app, and what you're going to be seeing is the actual screenshot of our app. And it's very, very exciting. I just can't wait to share it with you. So one of the main components of this app is the fact that you have to have a specific type of phone in order to be able to access the app. And so I'm going to go through the fact that if you're an Android, if you have an Android operating system, you'll need an Android 6.0 or newer. If you have an iPhone, you're going to need an operating system of 9 or newer, or an iPhone 6 or newer for best results. And that's just basically for us to be able to communicate with you, have the best results regarding the app itself, and of course, communication with the rider. So it's very, very important that you have that. Minimum requirements for your data per month should be a minimum of 2 gigabytes, okay? And that way you'll get all the updates necessary. Now, one of the really important components of having your app up to date. So what we do is we actually update the app on a regular basis. It may be daily, it may be hourly. And we want you to make sure you have that up-to-date information. So what we call that is over-the-air updates. And in order to get the most up-to-date information is you need to close your app and open it again. Or you may have to delete your app and once you've downloaded it and download it once again. That'll give you the most up-to-date information that you need. So when we do ask you to do that, it's because that's the best way to get the most up-to-date information, okay? So we want you to be up-to-date and rolling. So now and then, can't forget this, if you're an iPhone user, you get it at the Apple Store. And if you're a Google user or an Android user, you get it at Google Play. And that's where you go and download the app, okay? So let's get started here. The first step one is your welcome page. So basically this is what you'll see once you download the app. You'll get the Vibe Driver app, okay? Step number 2, will ask you to access your photos. So it's really important that you give that accessibility. The reason why is you're going to be uploading pictures and your profile pictures. So the app needs to be able to have access to your photos. So that's why it's asking you that, and that's the prompt. So you click OK. Next slide, please. Just give us a moment here. We'll be getting to the next slide in a second.
Are you looking for step 3, Angela?
Yes.
It's on there.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Forgot to turn on my video. Okay, so step 3, app will ask you to access your camera. So again, the reason why we need to access your camera is so that we're able to upload the picture that you'll take, because you'll be taking pictures of your vehicle. You may be taking pictures of your documents, and then you're going to be uploading them. So that's the reason why you will need your camera, and as well as for your profile picture. So it's asking you to act for accessibility to that. Step number 4, app will ask you to send push notifications. So it's important to allow that, because that's when you get all your notifications and all your messages. And that's really important for us to be able to communicate in all aspects of the app. So you're going to allow that. Next slide, please. Okay, step number 5, reminder to allow access to location data. Of course, that's really, really important. You need to be able to have that, make sure it's not disabled. We need to know where you are so we can ping you accordingly depending on the area you're in. And that's important. And then of course it's about your GPS as well. So you need to be able to be accessible, because you want to be ready to drive. And if we can't find you, or you're not in a certain area and you're waiting and your location accessibility is not on, then we're going to have a challenge, right? So make sure that's accessible. And then of course, your location, you can do it, allow it while you're using the app, or allow it once, but you have to allow it, okay? Next slide, please. All right, step 6, enter your phone number. So this is really important. The reason why you're entering your phone number is not so we can identify you, it's also so we can contact you, and mainly, of course, in this regard is to send you a verification code, which is the next step. So make sure you're putting the phone number in there so we can send you a code to get you activated and verify you through the system. So once you've entered your code, the next step is step number 7. You'll enter the verification code that was sent to your phone number, okay? But if it doesn't come in, no worries. There's a little link at the bottom underneath verify, and you can tap that link again, and it'll send you another verification code, okay? Next slide, please. All right, step 7A, review terms and conditions. Now remember, go through this, read through it, get an understanding of the terms and the conditions. It'll also, there's guidelines in there, there's safety guidelines in there. There's really, really good information for you within this terms of use. Okay, so go through it, and once you've reviewed it, click agree, and it'll take you into the app to get you rolling. Okay, step number 8. Enter your personal information. Okay, we need to know who you are, and that's important. We want to know who you are, right? So basically here, you're going to start the process by entering your first and last name, your date of birth, your email address, and so forth. And that's your personal information. That'll get you started and get you into the system. Next slide, please. All right, step 8B. You have 15 days to enter your referral code. Now, don't fret. If you don't understand this portion of it, that's why we're having these trainings. We will give you an understanding of what the referral code is. And in regards to the referral code, you have 15 days to enter it in. So we'll get into detail with that at a later time, but we're gonna go through this. So basically, as you can see, it's your first and your last name, your date of birth, your email address. Make sure you put an email address so that we can contact you. That's very, very important, okay? We want to stay in touch. We want to send you updates, and you want to be in the system communicating with us so we can help one another, okay? So the referral code, we'll skip right over that. So you need your social security number. So this is where you put that, your driver's license plate, license state, which is Texas or Florida. So you know we're going to be in Texas and Florida to start, and then your driver license number. And then step number 9, enter your mailing home address. Now this is important too. Make sure that you put in an address that we can send you swag. There's all kinds of stuff we need your address for, but mainly it's because we need to send you your welcome kit. We all want a welcome kit, right? Your decal will be on there with a few other goodies, your welcome letter. So that's really important, that this mailing address is an address where you will have access to your welcome kit. So make sure you put that in there. One thing that's cool about this app is it will propagate once you start putting in your address. You can start putting it in there, and then you can click on it and it will actually automatically populate inside the app. But if that doesn't happen, that's okay. You can put it in manually. Next step, please. All right, step 9. It will propagate automatically like we just went through. So this is just show you a different screen on how it actually propagated really, really quick. Step number 9, upload your documents. So this is really important. The guidelines here, you've got to try your best to get as close as possible and get clear pictures of your driver's license, your front and the back. The reason why is once your information goes to the customer amazement team, they need to verify your identity. And so in order to do that, they need a clear picture so they're able to do that. And we really, really want you to make sure you do that, because we want to get you through the system really quickly, right? And so if the pictures are clear and they're blurry, it's hard to verify the information, and you know, it's going to lengthen the process, and we don't want to do that. Okay. Next slide, please. All right, here's a great example. So you can see the 4 corners. It's really clear. I'm not saying it has to be that up close, because I can understand that sometimes you can't get it perfectly square like that, but do get as close as you possibly can. Okay, so that's the front, and then that's the back. So see, it's really easy to read. So our customer amazement team can go through your application pretty quickly by verifying the info right away. Next slide, please. Okay, step 11, add your profile picture. So there's a few little directions we have here, because we want to make sure the profile picture that you're about to upload is following direction. The reason why is, you know, it's got to be professional. It's got to be clear. It's got to be from your shoulders up, okay? We prefer it from the front, okay, rather than on an angle, and in a bright lit area. And of course, no sunglasses and no hats and so forth. We're gonna have some actually examples for you to take a look at in the next slides, but then choose your picture source. So once you click on the screen, this will come up. It'll show you take a photo or choose from your library. You may have a really great photo in your library phone, or in the library in your phone already, which is great. You can utilize that, or you can take a photo. We prefer you have someone else take it, because it's easier to take a picture from the front with someone else doing it for you. But if you can get one pretty good yourself, that's great too. So next slide. Here's some examples. You know, some pictures are pretty cool. You know, you can take a selfie, but not in this case. Even for myself, I took a selfie and I'm vibing. I'm so cool, but I wouldn't pass, right? I would deny that picture because it doesn't follow the protocols, and we want to make sure you do that. So this is an example of what not to do, okay? And then the next step, no hats or sunglasses either. So again, cool picture. I got my sunglasses on, but it's still not going to, you know, fit with what we're looking for. So make sure you follow these, because we don't want to lengthen your process. We want to get you through the system as soon as we can. Okay. Next slide, please. All right. So better, but don't be afraid to smile. So this is an example of a passport picture. The reason why this is up there is to give you an idea of clarity, how crisp it is, how you know, straight head on it is. It's from the shoulders above. It's very clear. We can identify you perfectly like this. The only difference in this picture is it's really great in regards to all that. One thing's missing, a smile. You're in Vibe Nation, baby. So here, Vibers, we got a smile. It's part of your customer service, and you want to be inviting, and that's really, really important. So make sure you're smiling. So everything's great about this picture. If you're going to use it as an example, this is it. Yes, like a passport picture, but make sure you are smiling and inviting. Okay. Step number 12. Time for a background check. So in this case, we're going to ask you a few questions. The reason why is it pertains to your background check. All kinds of regions and states have different stipulations, okay? So we're gonna go through this process. You have to answer your questions depending on if you've been somewhere else in the last 7 years. It's just part of the process. We don't make the rules. It's part of the background check. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is gonna give you a bit more specific. So you need to answer all those questions. And if you don't have, if it's not one of those answers, no, I didn't live in those regions in the last 7 years, great, takes you to another screen. If you have, then it will take you to another screen to give you an understanding, because prices change depending on the state. So now remember, fees don't go to VibeRides. We're not making money off the fees. You're basically paying for a service to get your background check done. Any other fees go to the state. We don't make money off of this. We want to get you through the system the easiest way possible. But a background check's going to cost you $33. Okay, so $33 investment for your business. I think that's a pretty good deal. In any case, we don't make money off the fees. And depending on the region you were in the last 7 years, there may be additional costs. That's basically what it is. And that'll come up in the next screen once you get the link for your background check. You'll get all that information. But now remember, there's a link at the bottom of the screen. It will take you to our frequently asked questions. So don't fret. We're here to help you and guide you through. Our customer amazement team is going to help you as much as they can. But before you utilize the customer amazement team, we've got a great help section on www.viberides.com. You can go there, you can go to the FAQs, the frequently asked questions, and it'll answer everything regarding your background check and any other information you need. So remember, it's all good. We are here to inform you as much as we can, okay? So next slide. Okay, step number 14, link at the bottom for FAQs. This is just to reiterate, you have accessibility. We're here to help you. So go to VibeRides.com first. It'll answer any questions you may need answered. If that doesn't work, then of course, contact us, send it to support. We're here to help you. But I wanted you to first go there because it's a plethora of information. You've got all kinds of information over there. And regarding background checks, it'll give you that clarity as well, okay? And this is where you're going to submit your application. So what happens here, as soon as you submit your application, you will get an email to the email that you've inputted into the app, and it will guide you through to your background check. You'll follow through a questionnaire, you would submit, you'd pay your $33, and off you go. Now remember, background checks can take up to 5 days. So don't go crazy every day trying to figure out why you haven't gotten any information from us, is because it's going through the process. And be patient. It'll get you through, don't worry. But the next slide on step 15 is actually an example of what you'll see. See, it says VibeRides background check. You'll be able to get that information right there, okay, in the FAQs. Next slide, please. All right, step 16, our team is reviewing your application. Now, make sure, remember I was telling you about over-the-air updates. If you haven't seen this, you will see it later today. Make sure you close your app and upload it again, or delete it and upload it again. You'll get the most up-to-date information. And this is what the screen will say, driver review in progress. So what we're trying to tell you is, hold up, you're almost there. Your driver profile is going through the processes and it's going through a background check. In the meantime, guess what? You can do some reading. Go to the FAQs, inform yourself, okay? Get an understanding how the process works. And that way it's going to answer your questions while you wait for our team to review your profile, okay? And then step 17, congratulations. So as soon as the review is done, okay, you'll get a message saying congratulations. And this is regarding your profile. Now remember, you're going to get messages in the app that'll congratulate you, but there's different phases. The first phase is your profile phase. The second phase is your vehicle phase. So we haven't gotten to that yet, okay? So I'm going to hurry it on up and get you over there, but that's the congratulations for your profile. Next step, please. All right, step 17B, time to add your vehicle. So congratulations, you've passed the profile, you've passed step 1, okay, or phase 1. Now it's time to add your vehicle. And you'll see it, your VIN number, your vehicle year, your vehicle make, model, and the amount of doors, okay? What's important is it has to have 4 or more doors, okay? So that's why we're asking you about your doors. Step 18, remember not to rush through. This is a message that's telling you we weren't able to decode your VIN number. Maybe you missed a number, maybe you put in the wrong number, but make sure you take your time going through the app, okay? It's really important. Don't rush through it, and then you'll get through the system a lot quicker, okay? Next slide, please. All right, step 18B, provide information about your vehicle. So here's some more information getting you through your year, your vehicle make. Now remember, your vehicle can't be more than 10 years old. So that's really important as well. Okay, so remember that. And then which state are we driving? Florida or Texas? Okay, so you've got to do that. And then step 18C, including the vehicle make and age, which again is really, really important. And it's really cool about this app is it's got that, roll up kind of calendar, which is really cool. So confirm that and we'll go to the next slide. All right, step 18D, provide your insurance information. Now here you've got to provide all of the information that is asked. So your license date, your insurance expiration date, your insurance provider, your insurance policy number. And once you've inputted that, click continue. It'll take you to uploading the copies. So what's really important is you have to upload all the information regarding your insurance certificate, your state inspection, and then there's a state license. So there's a typo there, just so everyone know, it's actually state registration and we're working on that. I think we're pushing it through today, but I wanted to know in regards to Texas, it is a state registration. So you know that sticker that goes on your windshield, that's what that is for Texas. And so that's what you're going to need in that slot, okay? So again, take your photo or choose from your library. Very simple. Next slide, please. All right, step 20. Take pictures of your vehicle from all the required angles. So it's really important. We need to see your car, okay? So here again, we tried to give you as much information as we possibly can. So this is a process that'll lead you to your vehicle inspection. Okay, so you can either get it emailed to you or you can download it right then and there. And step 20B are examples of how your pictures should look like. Again, very clear. Don't do it in the dark. So we've seen some pictures come up that actually at night. So it's really difficult to see your vehicle when it's at night. So we need clarity. Just like your profile picture, it's the same thing for your vehicle. Now remember, just follow the rules. Don't rush through it. Give us what we need because you know what? It'll get you through the process a lot quicker. You know, it takes about 10 to 14 days to get through the process. We don't want to lengthen that for you, but we want to help you, help us help you. So clear pictures during the day, crisp, clean of all, okay? You got your trunk, you got your back seat, you got your front seat, you got the front of your car, you got the back of your car, and your car on an angle. So make sure you follow those protocols, okay? Next slide, please. All right, step 21. Again, vehicle inspection form. This is how it works. You can either get it emailed and then you can print it and download it. And we'll explain the inspection form today as well in detail. So right now I'm just going through the app, or you can download it and print it. Okay, so actually you can see all those screens. It'll kind of show you, you can print it. You can print the inspection form. It'll tell you if you've decided to get it emailed to you. There's a message right there telling you we've sent it to you. Check your inbox. Next slide, please. All right, step 23. Guess what? You made it. You made it through the process. Everything's all good. This is a thing of beauty. You know why? This tells you you've gone through the system. It says you are offline because we're not, ready to rock and roll and fully launched as of today, of course. And that's why you'll see that offline tab. But once we're ready to go, all you do is click on that blue tab and it'll get you online. So congratulations. This is the process basically of what you're going through regarding the app. Remember, close your app, open it again, delete it or download it once more, and you'll get all the up-to-date information that we have for you. Check your FAQs. If you can't find anything there, talk to someone, okay? Someone who's gone through the process before. And then if you still can't get the answer, call us, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you out through all this process. Help us help you. And it's a win-win for the both of us, okay? So let's do this. And congratulations. You've made it to the end. Yay! I didn't have too many technical difficulties because Mark's running this. Okay.
Awesome. So I'm going to unmute Scott.
Great. Thank you, Mark. And Angela, thank you so much for the presentation. So just a couple of things. I've been watching the chat as we've been going through. And again, let me go back and emphasize is that we jumped in to do this from the driver standpoint for all you drivers out there who asked the question, how do I get on? We're doing it a little bit what I consider disjointing and a little bit backwards in that we really haven't had the opportunity yet to go through and tell you who we are, who is VibeRides, why are we different, what's our culture, what to expect, how's the pay. We wanted to get you going on the driver side first. I did see one of the chats that came up and said, wow, this is great information. Is this going to be available? And yes, every training that we're doing here for the next 8 days is going to be recorded and it will be posted. So if you have somebody else that wants to go through the entire presentation that Angela just went through, and she did a great job, I'd welcome you all to give her a round of applause. She did a great job. And Angela, again, has worked extremely, extremely hard getting this app to the point where it is today. But as we go through the next 8 days, we're going to be able to spend time and talk about who VibeRides is, what's the culture, like I said, what's important to us, how we want to be different, how we want to work with you with the drivers, how we're looking forward to your feedback. We've spent a lot of time not only developing an app, but a lot of time talking to a lot of you, a lot of time talking to a lot of the drivers. We've learned the good points and the bad points of other rideshare companies, and our goal is to really be different going forward. So again, remember, you can go on and look in the back office. A lot of the other questions that I've seen popped up, they will be available through our customer amazement department. Please feel free to reach out to them. From a market standpoint, just to be clear, the markets that we're bringing on to start with are going to be in Texas, in Houston, and Dallas. And in Florida, we're bringing on the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, and we're bringing on board Orlando and Tampa. So as we go through these trainings, if you heard me again at the beginning, as we go through these trainings, when we get up to April 1st, we're going to be doing some live demonstrations in these different locations and actually showing you how the ride process actually works and showing you some interaction with our people. And then we'll be turning the app on in those markets shortly thereafter. We know there's a lot of people that want to see VibeRides in their market all over. Our goal is to basically do this right from the start. We're not going to roll out too fast. We're going to roll it in a very controlled manner and fashion, so we make sure that we're doing everything exactly correct the way we want to do it. So again, it's just Texas and Florida that we start with. I'm going to bring on next an individual by the name of Mr. Frederick Brim. Fred actually runs customer service for us, and it relates to best practices. It relates to the policies and procedures, terms and conditions, items that you would have and questions you would have as a driver. Fred is responsible for that team. Fred is also, along with Angela, has just done a fantastic job getting everything together. When you go on again to VibeRides.com, look at the frequently asked questions. There's a lot of information there, and that's been put together by Fred and his team. But I'm going to have Fred walk you through the vehicle inspection part, which, as Angela showed you, which is an important part of the whole process. But Fred's going to walk you through that right now. So Fred, if you're there, if Mark, if you can get us over to Fred, we'll let him go through the vehicle inspection form.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate the introduction. And I want to thank everybody for logging in and joining us. So I want to take just a few moments and talk through the vehicle inspection. In order to become a driver or delivery partner with VibeRides, safety is of the utmost importance to us. And so that goes even down to the vehicle. And so we have a 19-point vehicle inspection that is mandatory. It must be completed on our form, on the form that you can download in the app or have emailed to you. So the form must be completed. The vehicle inspection needs to be completed by a certified mechanic. Most certified mechanics, you can go to one in your area. You shouldn't really pay anything more than $30 to $40 for the vehicle inspection. But the vehicle inspection is a required document. The only exception to the VibeRides vehicle inspection form would be if you have recently purchased a brand new 2019 or 2020 vehicle, and you have the certified dealer's inspection that comes with the purchase of the vehicle. That would be the only exception. Other than that, the vehicle inspection is required on the VibeRides inspection form. All right, next slide. So Scott had an opportunity and said that we're going to be having these meetings and trainings over the next few days. And so I would strongly encourage you, if you have an interest in driving with VibeRides or even learning more, to tune in over the next few days. And I want to thank you for your time, and I'm going to turn it back over to Scott.
Thanks, Fred. Appreciate your time on the vehicle inspection. Again, Fred has just done an outstanding job of actually getting us to the point where we are today. So we talked about is the training, and there's still a lot of questions. And what we're trying to do with these trainings is not make them so long that you're sitting around for hours watching them, but they're all critically important. And one of the concepts, and of course, everybody, not only the how do I get signed up, the biggest question from all of you, of course, is can you tell us about the compensation plan? We are going to discuss the compensation plan and the program. And I say compensation plan, how you're going to get paid, how you're going to make money. But our founder, Mr. Holton Buggs, coined a couple of concepts that I think are very valid to all of you out here as drivers. And, you know, he came up with the concept of the phrase of it's what VibeRides really is. It's an opportunity-driven concept. It's an opportunity-driven concept versus the current rideshare companies, which are more of a self-employment concept. And so when we talk about commissions and how you're going to get paid and the compensation that's going to get paid out next Monday, I really encourage all of you to get anybody else, you know, who's a driver, to get them online. Because I think once you hear how we've structured this payout plan, and now just going to be honest with you, it's different than other people are out there. That's our, again, like you hear me say it, that is our goal, to be different than other people that are out there. And I think when you see the concept, it's going to be a holy cow, are you kidding me? Is this actually for real? And it's, yes, I'm going to tell you that it is for real. It's exciting. It's one of the most creative and original things that I've personally seen from a business standpoint in many years. But this was designed to help you as drivers. Like I said, again, we've listened to a lot of you. We've heard what you have to say, and we're really focused on helping out the driver side of this. So that's going to be Monday. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll come back on, and then all next week, Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, we are going to be on talking about different aspects. So we're going to cover the compensation next Monday, and then really Tuesday through Friday, we're going to start talking a little bit about who we are, what we're doing, how things are going to be different, and a lot of other what I consider administrative things also, the questions that have come up. But again, everything will be recorded. Everything is going to be available for you to go back and watch it. So I appreciate your time. For all of us that have worked on this at VibeRides, and there's a whole group of people that I could go through and thank for helping in the process here. Mr. Holton Buggs, Mr. Edwin Hayes, Mr. T. Gray, Mark Hithart, everybody here helping us out to make this a real opportunity for you. I personally it's just exciting for me. I'm happy to be able to do here and do this training and communicate with all of you drivers out there.